Everyone is ready for the finale of celebrating women's achievers. So we have traveled a long way. The advent of effective and successful women leaders and achievers is witnessed globally. Women achievers have dared to dream and work tirelessly to make their dream come true. Now we have come to a grand finale of celebrating women achievers from different fields of expertise. We are here today to hear from Mr. Vinay Babbar about women in and mindfulness. Mindfulness is a practice shown to improve mental wellness and alleviate stress and positively impact workplace outcomes such as resilience, social relationship, memory, task performance, and commitment to work tasks. About Vinay Babbar, he is a second generation entrepreneur who right from the beginning of his career questioned everything and finally found his calling to do what he had always wanted to do. His philosophy: we always finally get what we want if we consistently pursue what is true to ourselves. And he has always believed in it. He began his in learning, career learning with his family business, and he did his later on he did his MBA. And after completing his MBA, he started his real life journey. He jumped into a completely unknown zone, that of coaching and training, overall learning and organizational development. He got internationally certified as a coach and started coaching people who were from different fields: business executives, entrepreneurs, homemakers, students, parents, teachers, strugglers from all walks of life. So life has become a dream as he lives his life, ikigai, making his life one of zest and passion. Professionally, he worked with international brands like Blanchard, Door Consultancy, Vital Smarts, Wisdom Solutions, and he really honed his skills, and he owned a consulting company by the name of Samarthya, a coaching, consulting, and training organization. So he wanted to share knowledge, and now he is voluntarily teaching individuals, helping them tangibly to own their lives by building a home-based business by mastering time, money, and health. Working individual by individual, his mission now is to build huge organizations where there's an ecosystem of people living happily, joyfully, enjoying financial freedom, conquering constraints of time, money, and health in the process. Beautiful. So you have fulfilling life and you are fulfilling others' life also. So I would request now Vinay Babbar to stay and talk about women and mindfulness and how you can, help these people, help the women, and remove this gender bias, which is very rampant over here internationally, globally, and over to Vinay Babbar for his talk today.
So
Welcome.
thank you for this wonderful introduction. I never know that you have this introduction. So I remember when you asked me my profile, I sent you a different profile. I don't know from where you have researched about the kind of story about me. And yes, definitely it's quite dear to me. Coaching is and training has been somewhere I agree where it chose my life. And I always have believed that people who have huge potential, people always have huge potential, but they were never really, really get into that field. बहुत कम लोगों को ऐसा होता है कि मुझे calling है और मुझे काम करना है. So I've been blessed that I am in the business where I am being called to ensure uh, what I love to do, and I'm doing what I love to do. Now, coming back to this Women's Day celebration, when yesterday I had a word with Shabana, and she actually spoke about how in all 9 or 10 days you have been talking about women's success and how they have been sharing their lives and how they have overcome obstacles in their lives and how they are also removing barriers in their life to realize their whole potential. And I also have heard one of the videos, by one of the speakers, and I talked about, or I listened to about what the barriers women face and how they have achieved and how they have overcome. But the way they were speaking, the way they were having conversations, and I was wondering that what can I speak? I mean, they are already achievers and they already have done something good in their lives. So what can I talk about women? I really can't talk about it, but I can still say that I can still speak about women because I'm qualified, not only a qualified trainer and a coach, but I also am qualified to talk about, because I'm married, first of all. I'm married. I'm 50 years of age. That is my second qualification. That means I have quite a bit of experience, more than 24 years, dealing with women. I have my own shares of ups and downs with women. And thirdly, I am married to only one person. So I am not married to many, many persons. So I have got my share of understanding about how women psychology and how women works. I have been training and coaching in this area, and had done a lot of programs on Women's Day with a lot of corporates. So I really understand about how women accomplish their lives and how they can overcome barriers in their lives. So today I'm going to really talk about it. But Nupur, would you like to share about few experiences in the last 9 to 10 days, so that I can just connect to the dots and speak about women achievers? Because when we've been talking about women's achievers, you really have to ensure that you talk really sense and talk really in focus. So whatever has happened in the last 9 to 10 days, you can give a summary of the speakers, so I can really connect the dots from there. Would you be okay for you to share?
Yes. No problem. You can go ahead.
Yeah. So if you can share that summary, Nipur, you can share a little bit of summary of what were kind of speakers and how they did.
What I was going to do after your session, I'll do it before the session. So we had a lot of women achievers, at least 10 achievers we have selected and who agreed to speak on our Maven global platform. So first was Professor Jayati. Her topic was laugh, learn, and live, which are keys to happiness. Her mantra is become extraordinary to get extraordinary results. She strives to live it. Her mission was, my mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive, and to do so with some passion, some compassion, and some humor and some style. And we really laughed about many things. We shared her experience. She was very vocal about her experiences, and we laughed with her and we enjoyed her session. Then next day, it was Minu Maria, who spoke about work-life balance, and she believed in being strong when everything seems to be going wrong. I believe that happy girls are prettiest girls. And she believes that tomorrow is another day, and she believes in miracles, and she is very spiritual person. So we really were blessed to have Minu Mariel on our Maven platform, so that we can hear about many things, how she touched different lives and how she created miracles in her life as well as others' life also. Then next day we came, and her pointers She is spiritual confident, acclaimed business mentor, introducing people to accepting and expecting miracles, experience extraordinary result, and be in the state of Jago. Jago is joy, ease, grace, omnipresent. And she's an author also. Then next day, third day was Meenakshi Mahajan. Her topic was focus to succeed. Life is tough, my darling, but so are you. So she's tough lady who shared her life journey, and she shared how she overcome different obstacles. And that was really beautifully projected, and we felt at ease with her. And one of our participants, they really, felt that it's her story, which is being, told by Meenakshi. So it was really very beautiful journey with Meenakshi Mahajan also. She belongs to business family, and she also a good business woman, and she believes in doing right things where everyone gets benefit. Life experiences are her teachers. That's what she shared, lot of life experiences, and curiosity leads to experiences. Then we came to Kunche Kalyani. Now she is very dynamic lady in the field of design and technology. So she spoke about design to technology where women dare to enter. So her mantra was, women must try to do things as men have tried. When they fail, their failure must be but a challenge to others. So she took a challenge and she developed an app, and she's working on that. And that app is known as Ambaram. And she really, told the whole story of her life journey, how she became a designer, and how she created one company, and how she tried to solve the company problem by connecting all the country laborers and experts to one place through this app. So she is working internationally.
Cool.
Then
Just give me one liner. So in the interest of time, just give one.
but it will be injustice to.
So in that case, I will you they can definitely speak during the later part of the day. I just wanted to understand the theme.
Okay, let me tell you in one line what were their topics.
So what were their topics? Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So next was our Padma. She is forest officer, Indian Forest Service officer, and she spoke on women leadership and teamwork. She did a lot of work in wildlife sanctuaries, and especially in tiger reserves and tiger reserve. And she also worked on many projects which are landmark internationally. Then there was, I would just read her so that we can, we don't have to repeat all these things. What's the greatest lesson a woman should learn? That since day one, she's already had everything she needs within herself. It's the world that convinced her she did not. That's her mantra. Then next we come to, and she is a passionate forest officer by choice and not by chance, and she loves her service. Then comes to now we come to Ritushri. She spoke about unseen barriers, and she says, think like a queen. A queen is not afraid to fail. Failure is another stepping stone to greatness. So she has created magic in many people. She's a coach, she's an author, and she really created a magic in all the people who she touched through her coaching, through her writing, through her many different courses or whatever she was doing internationally and nationally. She is a proud of many leaders that she has given shape and vision to. She created leaders. So, and still she is doing the same, and she is Dilli Wali. So she belongs to Delhi. Then another guest speaker was Shriya Khatyal. She spoke about value of expression and communication. So after all those years as a woman hearing, not thin, not enough, not pretty enough, not smart enough, not this enough, not that enough, almost overnight, she woke up one morning and thought, I am enough. And she's all rolled into one. She's a radio jockey, she's a coach, she's a writer, she's a journalist, and all rolled into one. She has one company, Dil Ki Awaaz was born, and she is a poetess also. Then comes, and we enjoyed her talk. It was very lively and really, it was beautiful. Her purpose is to spread light wherever she goes and impart happiness to every life she touches. She's a young woman and she created magic on this floor. Then comes Annu Kalra. She spoke about masculine and feminine energy balance for a harmonious life. A woman with a voice is by definition a strong woman, but the search to find that voice can be remarkably different. Now, very important thing, her screen was black when she was speaking to us. This is one very beautiful point I would share with you, that her screen was totally black. Instead of getting scared or she was so upset about it, she went on with the flow of the program and she created magic. She could not see us. She could not even see her picture also. And her screen was black and she was going on telling everything what she wanted to share. So this is one remarkable thing which everyone should, applause, and really it touched her heart that she really did the best and she didn't lose her confidence or got upset about that. So she spoke about this thing, I told you, feminine and masculine balance. Then her message is simple. The outer world is a reflection of our inner state, and it takes deep inner work to bring about harmony and well-being in our lives. Then our next guest speaker was Sonal Parihar. She is actor, and she had made a mark in television and Bollywood. So she's still working. I hope she's on shoot right now. She spoke on equilibrium of.
Good morning, ma'am. I just came to say hi to everyone. I was going through the shot.
So nice of you, Sonal. You are on shoot, and we are glad that you are here. And I was just reading about you only. Wow,
So
Sonal,
on
you look
time
so
I
fit.
came. I was just about to go for the shot. So I just thought, yeah, I'll just say hi to everyone. I was just messaging and I heard my name. So I said, I'll talk to you directly.
Oh, so
Thank
great.
you so much.
You're welcome. We are just reading about you, what you spoke about a little bit. So she is a dreamer, she is a believer, she is a doer, she is an achiever, and that she is you. So we need women who are so strong, they can be gentle, so educated, they can be humble, so fierce, they can be compassionate, so passionate, they can be rational, and so disciplined, they can be free. And I think with Sonal that she is really free and passionate about her work. And she is very intelligent girl who did MBA and worked in bank also, and later on she pursued her dream of becoming an actor. And now she's sharing so many things with us, and we are glad that she's here from the workplace and from her shoot. Thank you, Sonal, for being with us for just a little moment. We stole a few moments from you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Then
So,
next, two more are left. Next, one last one. Next is Dr. Reshma. Very beautiful. Oh my God, she created fire on our Maven platform. Her was really beautiful talk. She spoke on women leadership. The path from dreams to success does exist. You should have the vision to find it, the courage to get onto it, and the perseverance to follow it. So this lady, this gentle lady was beautiful. She really created fire and she really boosted our morale to be a leader. She is a leadership coach, an international trainer, and she is a owner of two companies also, and she's working very hard. And still, she took out some time to be with us. So I would say these 10 days, these 10 women achievers created a beautiful fire on this Maven platform. So I think so, Vinay, now you know what kind of
Yes, I
uh,
very well know. I very well know now. I really want to move ahead in the interest of
yes,
time. And I really want
yes,
to thank you, Nupur, and really introducing everyone. And I really want to, I mean, I'm now more enthusiastic and more energetic to talk about this woman, so women achievers. So thank you really much, really very much. Let's understand about the topic today, which is women and mindfulness. And I'm not going to talk about mindfulness as something which is only connected to meditation or only connected to being awareness. So I'm going to talk about mindfulness today in the area of awareness of how women are actually taking care of themselves and how women are actually moving ahead in their lives. Now, although we are all gung ho about Women's Day, we are all gung ho about celebration, but the data suggests something else. So I'm going to share a story before I go ahead. And stories like that, we was one of my friends, एक मेरे दोस्त हैं, एक बार मेरे मित्र हैं वो. Can I speak in Hindi also, or should I?
yes, yes.
Okay,
You can speak in Hindi and English both.
okay, cool. Because I found a few people who can be interested in learning from him. Now, he's a good friend of mine, and he's a Jesse, I posted something on Women's Day on a WhatsApp group that he was a part of it. And he immediately, privately messaged me that in Indian culture, we don't celebrate Women's Day as such because we respect women all the time. So then I actually cross question and counted question, and I'm going to share it today as well. If women are respected and women are the achievers in India, and it's part of the culture, then why an auto rickshaw has to say it categorically? This auto rickshaw respects women. ऐसा क्यों होता है कि अगर ये नेचुरल कल्चर है तो उसको बोलने की जरूरत क्यों होती है कि मुझे वुमेन की रिस्पेक्ट करनी चाहिए? क्यों ऐसा होता है? Why there is a data which suggests there are a lot of rapes in India? Why the data suggests that women are not expressing themselves fully, and women want a husband support to ensure that they become successful, although we are talking of a lot of other things. So I'm going to just begin with a video for on which was basically shot on the Women's Day, and I'm going to share this video, and I'd like to ask everyone to participate in this video after the video conversation. So मेरे को सभी लोग promise अगर करते हैं कि सभी लोग participate करेंगे, only then I'm going to continue. I'm going to talk something really interesting, and these are the content which I have really specifically I'm going to articulate for women. So I want promise from everyone here, being a man or a woman, to participate. Good, thank you Manish. And I expect at least women to participate today. So I'm going to share a video right now, and I will ask you to. It's a kind of riddle that I would be asking questions from. So this is a video which I'm going to share with you. If you cannot listen to the audio, do let me know. But I would like to, first of all, one second. I really want to share this video. Yeah, here it goes. Cool. So this is a video.
As part of an experiment to explore the human mind, we asked 22 people to solve the same riddle and recorded their responses. Feel free to participate also. Are you ready?
The riddle. A father is about to bring his son to a job interview, applying for a position at a large...
So this is a video. This is a kind of riddle. जो आपको मैं सुनाने वाला हूँ. So I'm going to repeat this riddle again. So just listen to this riddle very carefully. He's a little fast, but I still ask you to listen to the riddle. Okay.
The riddle. A father is about to bring his son to a job interview, applying for a position at a large stockbrokers company in the city. Just as they arrive at the company's parking lot, the son's phone rings. He looks at his father, who says, "Go ahead, answer it." The caller is the trading company CEO, who says, "Good luck, son, you've got this." The son ends the call and once again looks at his father, who is still next to him in their car. How is this possible?
He gets a call from the CEO, but it says,
"Good luck, son."
So you also figure out how this is possible.
But he was next to him.
So it's not the father.
I'm going to repeat it
I think it was
again.
Feel free to participate also. Are you ready?
The riddle. A father is about to bring his son to a job interview, applying for a position at a large stockbrokers company in the city. Just as they arrive at the company's parking lot, the son's phone rings. He looks at his father, who says, "Go ahead, answer it." The caller is the trading company CEO, who says, "Good luck, son, you've got this." The son ends the call and once again looks at his father, who is still next to him in their car. How is this possible?
So please raise your hands and say how is this possible. Those who know the answer correctly.
Good luck, son.
But he was next to him.
So it's not the father.
I think it was probably an audio recording of his father.
Okay, so
I would say
you have
something.
already listened to this riddle earlier. I don't want you to answer it, but if you haven't, आपने पहले नहीं सुना तो वही आंसर करेगा. ठीक है, Manish, just wait a bit. Manish, just wait a bit. Nupur, yes. So how this is possible?
It could be his mother,
Okay,
who is CEO.
okay. But father was sitting besides the son. So how is this possible?
So mother is CEO. So mother might have made the call.
Okay. How many of you just really get it? I mean, a mother who is the CEO of the company. I mean, the moment we talk about the CEO of the company, how many of you really get it? It is the mother of the son. I mean, be honest about it. All who are ladies here, all who are women here. So how many of you really get it? That, moment we say mother, a woman being a CEO of the company, the mindset is completely inclined towards CEO has to be a man. So many people, when I did this interview for women, and when I asked this question for when they were applying for a position in my company, and out of 10 women, more than 9 women could not answer that it is the mother who is the CEO of the company. So maybe you have heard this before. That's why you were answered. Manish, you can raise.
I haven't heard it.
Yes.
No, I haven't heard it before.
You haven't heard it before. Okay, then that's a good idea. So how many of you really thought that how could this possible? I mean, a father is sitting beside him, and how can a call comes up and say, "Good luck, son." So how many of you were really confused? Just raise your hands. How many of you were really confused?
I was not confused.
You weren't confused. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Who was really confused? Who was really confused? Those who
Mr.
are not.
Jaykumar. Mr. Jaykumar was confused.
Okay. You were confused? Okay. Jay Kumar was confused. Okay. Who else was confused?
I was
Manish.
confused. I was
Huh?
confused.
Sorry?
Samina
Samina
ji
was
is
confused. Samina was
Yeah.
confused. And when you know the answer, Samina,
Yeah.
how are you feeling now?
Yeah. If I start, Maya, you'll be left of your this speech, but I feel there's a lot of bias in our Indian society, not only Indian, but in society, where
Yes.
women are not given the place, not given the respect, and not.
Yes.
I have seen in the field of law, because
Yes.
that is my personal experience, and what I've seen is they think only men can be, the counselors and the lawyers and a very powerful one.
Yes.
If a woman comes along the way, they don't want to accept, they don't want to respect, they don't want to imbibe that knowledge that, oh wow, she can be so good. So it's because all male dominated society, and we're trying to break the ceiling. And I think it will, because we've come a long way in the 21st century, but I still feel that there's a lot of gap, there's a lot of
It's a male, you said it's a male dominant society. That is why you got confused.
yes,
Great. So I'm going to
yeah.
just answer it today. I mean, in my short presentation. So yeah, you're definitely right. I mean, the data suggests something different. I'm going to share some data right now with you, and you will be surprised that although we are talking about Women's Day, we're talking about a lot of things that we are celebrating women's achievers. So their data suggests something really different. So the data is not more than 5% of the Fortune 500 CEOs are women. Out of 195 independent countries in the world, only 17 are led by women. And women hold just 20% of the seats in the parliament globally. Throughout Europe, women only holds 14% of the board seats. In UK, women hold about 7% of executive directorships and 15% of the board seats. Now, none of these figures are close to 50%. So you may argue that there is a gender bias there. You may argue there's not a diversity inclusion. You may argue that women are not given an opportunity. You may argue that women are not get supporting. But there is something else I'm going to talk about today. Something really, really, there was once who was a speaker who talked about the hidden barriers. So I'm going to talk about those kind of barriers that are there with women. Now, that is the current reality. We celebrate Women's Day, but we basically, when we see this data, so do you really believe that, this data is somewhere incongruent with the women capability? I don't agree. Because when I see my wife, when I see my sister, when I see my mother, I mean, they are all wonderful human beings, and they are quite capable, much more than me, but they are not handling the higher positions. Now, why this is so? I mean, we can easily blame the society, we can easily blame the male chauvinism around, but what exactly is happening? I mean, this is the research I'm going to share today. And now, what is really which is stopping women? So I know what you're talking of, the external barriers installed by society for so long, but it's more to do with the internal barriers. Now there was, if you go out to the history, you see that women were not being stopped. I mean, if you see the story of Ahilya Bai, if you see the story of Mukta Bai, which were unfortunately not being taught to us, if you see the story of Rani Lakshmi Bai, I mean, those were the golden era, wherein women were taking leads and they were powerful. I mean, you talk about the yang energy and the yin energy. So, how many of you really believe that women has both kind of energy? They have masculine energy also. They have the feminine energy also. In fact, you all are trainers and speakers. You all very well know. But knowing is not enough. Knowing is not enough. It's basically something to do with what we really, really practice and implement. Now, what are those internal barriers? Today I'm going to talk about it. Now, internal barriers are because women, despite of being a lot of capable, they still lack assertiveness. Although when you get given opportunity to women to speak, like today, this is an opportunity for a woman to speak, like Murphy is speaking, and Sonal is also speaking. The moment you get an opportunity to speak, then they can speak on and on. But when they are not given an opportunity, they are basically not coming out in the open and saying about themselves. And that is a general data which is suggesting they're pulling back when they should be really leaning in. So a lot many times women feel that they are not that. It is not important for them to lean in. They basically tend to pull back whenever there is a confronting situation. They want to pull themselves back. Now, internalizing the message, this has been seen all across the data. It's wrong to be outspoken, aggressive, more powerful than men. More than men control them. It is a negative conversation that women already has. I mean, this is not what I'm saying. This is natural, outcome of the data. Then you see a lot of women, when you interview them, they will always say it is wrong to be outspoken. It's wrong to be aggressive. It's wrong to be more powerful than men. Although they talk about women revolution, but they basically have that internalization. So now the next part is that the lower expectations for what they can achieve. So women can achieve much more, but they always want to be on a lower profile. Now, these are the few things which are the internal barriers. I'm going to talk about it one by one. I'm not going to spend more time, but they basically, many times when it comes to family and home, they take a lead and they make room for partners and children whom that never exist. They continue to do the majority of housework and childcare. And now you can argue as women that what can I do? I do not get support from men. That's why I have to take care of the family. But let me talk about it something else. Let me talk from a different perspective today. So they shy away from self-advocacy. They're plagued by self-criticism and guilt. And they have less aspirations for senior positions compared to male colleagues. They are someone who are less in risk aversions. Now, of course, the data is suggesting something else, and data is talking of like there is a growth, but still we're still lagging behind to really see women in power. I personally want to see women empowered most of us because I see they are much more capable than them. So they have an imposter syndrome. They underestimate their own ability. They have a tiara syndrome. They're less reluctant to apply for promotions. When you compare the two people who are one is man and one is a woman, women tend to promote less about them. They will speak less about them. Yeah, when you ask them to speak, they will speak on and on. They will go on and on. But when you are wanting women to speak about themselves and want to promote themselves, they are taking a low profile. Now, there are a lot of fears also, and they are in the myth of doing it all. They basically, I'm not ready to do that, to thinking I learned by doing it, that they are a desire to like by everyone. They will not take a step until and unless they will feel that they're liked by everyone. They don't own the success. They don't negotiate for themselves. I mean, this is not that you guys here are doing it, but there is a part of women which basically is into these barriers. I mean, be honest about it and just say it upfront that are you seeing yourself in some of these barriers? You often judge their performance as worse than actually be. They want to be risk aversive, and that's the reason they won't not like to be judged, and they'll not like to be boasting themselves about the performance and how good that they can be, how excellent that they can be, and you can try it by yourself. Whenever you give negative feedback to a woman, they often drop their confidence and self-esteem to a greater degree. Now, there's some fears of not being liked, fear of not making a wrong choice, fear of drawing negative attention, fear of reacting, overreaching, fear of being judged, fear of failure. So now, these are the very fast things. They have a very fast number that I'm going to talk about. I'm basically talking about. There's a large number of fears that I'm talking about. But there's one common fear which women has, which is fear of being judged. And that's where women would not like to take higher positions. So whenever they are being offered higher positions, they will always say, oh, I don't really deserve it, but if you really want to give it to me, I can take it up. So there are very few women in corporate world. There are very few women, even in the normal day-to-day conversation at home, they will not come up and say, I have done it. When you talk of a mother will always say कि ये मेरे बेटे ने किया है, मैंने तो कुछ नहीं किया. And when you talk about a wife, okay, fine, we have collectively done it, but no woman I have seen. I mean, things are changing, but women by themselves are not saying, I have done it, and I'm taking responsibility for what has been happening. Now, if you can relate to it, you can raise your hand, you can discuss it, and we can really talk about it. And next 2 to 3 minutes, we can have that discussion. And also want to give a solution to that. कि आज क्या चीज है जो हमें रोक रही है, despite of the situations that things are getting improved. Why Kavita from KCR party has to then move up and say there has to be a women bill in the parliament? क्यों ऐसा हो रहा है कि हमें बोलना पड़ता है कि women को power चाहिए, women को support चाहिए? So these are few things that I really talked about. I've moved it very fast in the interest of time. So anybody would like to share that what they really have got in these linings, in these numbers, on these points? So who's going to share? So
Yes,
first of all,
I would like to share.
So let me just ask some women over here, and it is not a coincidence where when you say women power, when you say women achievers, I can't see a woman in video today. Not many women are on video. So men can be on video, but you can see Ashmi, Kalyani, Neelamji, Usha Agarwal, Samina. Then they are not on videos, they are hiding behind the scene. That they talk about themselves. Now, हमें लगता है कि हम achieve कर रहे हैं, but backdrop पे कहीं हम सामने नहीं आना चाहते. Yes, please. Any woman would like to share about what I said? I moved it fast in the interest of time, but किसी को कुछ कहना है तो please share कीजिए. ऐसा होता है कि नहीं होता है जो मैंने share किया?
Yes, I'll come in. Samina, you again.
Samina, I would like to see you on video if you can come in.
I just got up from my sleep, and that is the reason why
No, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, that's what I really want to say. I mean, even wherever you are, just be okay here. Anyway, Samina, we want to speak without video. That's okay. Please go ahead. Can you relate it, Samina?
What I relate with this is, that why women behave like that is because they are conditioned like that from childhood by society, by parents. And whenever we see a young child, girl child, who's, very full of curiosity and asking so many questions, parents tell, please, you keep quiet, you're not supposed to speak in front of guests, and many other repercussions like that. Not just that one. And I have been fortunate enough to be born to parents, who never stopped me from speaking. And that's how I gained my confidence. And without going to any classes or courses, I have become a public speaker. And that's all kudos to my parents, and their upbringing, because otherwise I would also have been a shy and timid lady and would not have.
So how about when you might be saying that you are lucky enough to get support from your parents. So, but why do we need to seek support? Why you women who are so capable by yourself, why you guys need support? I was talking to one speaker and she was of the opinion that, support is required by their respective husbands who are married. So why you are waiting for that support? Why you women who are so capable want to wait for the support? Why? Because there is a syndrome right from the beginning. Of course, you are being told and conditioned, but who has stopped you to get out of the condition? Nobody has stopped you to get out of the condition. Why are you still seeking support? So that's the key question that that really bemuses me on, mesmerize me on me and confuse me कि आपके पास इतनी capability है फिर भी आप इसकी वेट क्यों करते हैं कि कोई बोलेगा तो ही मुझे कुछ कहना है, मुझे सपोर्ट मिलेगा तो ही मैं कुछ करना चाहती हूँ. Men on the contrary would not wait for the support. They just move ahead and talk about it. They don't really need a specific bill. Of course, आपको बिल चाहिए, पार्लियामेंट में बिल चाहिए, तभी आपकी पोजीशन आएगी तो ही कुछ करोगे. लेकिन किसी ने रोका नहीं है आपको कुछ भी करने के लिए. Yes, Ashmi, please go ahead. That's a good point of discussion we are having right now. Yes.
Very good point. But, as a woman, this is how we are born to create harmony, balance, and, approval, acceptance, giving that, and in return, receiving it also. We are not like one side focused. We do multitasking, and in multitasking, we find joy in giving joy and receiving joy. And giving joy gives us more joy. So this is my own experience in this thing. And support we all do. Even the men you are saying they don't seek for support, they do from their mother, from their parents, from their father. So they need it. I mean, they may not say it, but we are very emotional. We express it. This is my take.
Yes, good. Great. I will come to it, Ashmi. Thank you for sharing it. Yes, Jayaraman, you want to say something. Now coming to men now.
Yeah, good morning to everyone.
Good morning.
What I say is that summarize everything. Yatra yatra naryaha pujyante tatra tatra devaha ramante. It means that when we give full support and when we recognize who they are, because even I'm married 34 years. Last 2 years only I recognized what is her worth. I was just married, not a real partner. So ये सब चीज जैसे आपने बोला ना कि वो लोग accept नहीं करते. मतलब मैंने even consciously tell her that this is what you are worth. कहते मैंने क्या किया?
Exactly. And why they won't do it? Not because they don't believe that they have done it, but they don't want to come out and open and saying, you see, okay, ठीक है ना, कर दिया ना, तो कोई क्या फर्क पड़ता है? Family की responsibility तो पूरी
very true, very true.
घर का काम ही तो किया है, क्या हो गया? अगर मैंने कर भी दिया तो क्या हो गया? सुबह से शाम तक, but
मेरा ड्यूटी है.
ये तो मेरा ड्यूटी है, ये तो मैंने कब से कर दिया. Now conditioned was when they were young as a child, but now things have changed. So you cannot just keep on saying that this is how we are conditioned. So we can still come out of the fear and say, okay, I have done it. So what? Come out and openly. Now I feel very happy when I see this generation Z, coming out.
I would like to say a small thing here.
Yes.
Good morning. I think it is not that they should come out and say this or whatever. I think that it is a way they are as a personality. I mean, you can't compare women with males. A man has a different. You can't tell men to behave like women and women to behave
Naveen,
like men. I mean,
Naveen,
that's
that's interesting point. I'm not here to have that debate because it's going to consume a lot of time. But I just want to give one heads up to a thought process. So the moment we say that men cannot be compared to women, women cannot be compared to men, that's okay because this is how the design of men and women. But my invitation to everyone here is not to compare about the masculine part and the sensitive part or the feminine part. I'm talking about the perceptive part. I'm talking about how women have thought about it, how women have taken it. Okay, this is the way we are. We cannot move beyond it. I that's the kind of process.
If you see this whole conversation, whole conversation is like that. All men, we have got certain opinion, but the women will not speak. I mean, that is the way they are. I mean, that is in their nature.
Naveen, the moment we say
genetic, I don't know what to call it.
Naveen, the moment we say that this is the way they are, we have come from our past experiences with women.
By nature, as a natural evolution.
So by nature, we cannot define something which we have experienced in the past, and that we can define as a nature.
Aggressiveness and
women have masculine power also.
This comes as a male trait, I think.
So I'm
correct, maybe. I mean,
now good. So Naveen, I mean, it's not a coincidence. Right now, a lot of women who are very gentle, who are not just entering into a discussion. So if you can see Usha Agarwal, Neelam. So when Naveen is saying something, so no woman is really coming out and defending for themselves. Now this is the kind of a pattern of women. You can see they have a syndrome. Okay, why should I speak about myself? Why should I come out and open and just argue with women? It's futile to argue with men about this is the way we are. Although from deep down inside, they will say, why we have been said that this is the way we are. We are powerful. We have a strong.
I mean, I feel that there is nothing wrong in it. I mean, I feel it. There is nothing wrong
Exactly.
in it. It's okay. I
But
mean, it's also
there's nothing wrong in it, Naveen. But why do we think that? Why do we think that? When we see the data around, सिर्फ 50% भी क्रॉस नहीं करते हैं कई फील्ड्स में. क्यों इतना ज्यादा अभी भी डिस्क्रिमिनेशन हो रहा है? क्यों अभी भी ऐसा हो रहा है कि वुमेन की कैपेबिलिटी पूरी नहीं हो पा रही है? 5%, 4%, फॉर्च्यून 500 कंपनीज में सीईओ सिर्फ 4-5% क्यों है? आपको क्योंकि लगता है कि वुमेन के अंदर कोई
वो बात तो सही है कि over a long period of time as a civilizational side effect, women have been suppressed for a very long time, and it's only now because of so many things that the society is changing and all those things. Women are coming out. I mean, there's no doubt.
That's what I'm talking.
And in the future, they'll be.
The moment you say, Naveen,
they'll rule over. I mean, they'll be the actual. They'll point the direction.
Naveen, hold on. The moment we say that this is the way they are, and there's nothing wrong in it, then I must come in between and say that if there's nothing wrong in it, why would women not coming to the top? So do you think that they are not capable enough to become CEOs? They are capable.
No, nowadays they are. Many of them
exactly
are becoming.
So why would we accept? Why would we accept this is the way they are? There's nothing wrong in it. So Padma, what do you want to say on that?
Hello, Raj sir. Hi,
No,
everyone.
I mean, see, it is something which it is their trait which is evolving. See, they are evolving in a certain kind of way, and it may not be related to what we as men feel should be the way. They have got their own way of evolving through the whole thing, through their whatever their sexual this thing, through their personality, through their
to become the CEO, to become a CEO,
theirs only.
Naveen, to become a CEO,
that makes a difference.
To become a CEO of the company, you don't have to be sexually oriented.
No, sir, not that way. I'm not talking about that. They have
but I'm talking about that.
Evolution.
But I'm talking about that. That's the way I want to challenge women. Why they are not coming onto the senior positions? That's what the whole discussion point is. I cannot accept this is the way they are. I cannot accept that this is nothing wrong in it. They got to really introspect today on Women's Day if they really want to be achievers, that what is that in them they're not coming out in the open. That's the point of discussion contention. Yes, Padma, please go ahead.
Sir, what I feel is it is not just that we can achieve or we have done this and all. By nature, as we are speaking, we acknowledge the support of family as well as team. It is not that men do it individually. They also have support. It is just that they don't say that. We by nature acknowledge the support of family as well as the team.
Padma, when you say Naveen and you are also saying, we got to do it collectively. So, but my point is, if you are capable at one level and you're not unleashing your capability to that particular level, then how could you justify the support? I mean, if you can achieve this much and you're not achieving this and you're at this level, and a man needs the support of a woman who can achieve at this level at par with it. So why are you not accomplishing your full potential? That is the key question, On Women's Day, when you talk of women achievers, so when I talked about these syndromes, so the main reason why women would not like to come out in open, because they have accepted this is the way I am. And there's nothing wrong in it. This is exactly our male counterpart is saying now. It's nothing wrong with what Naveen is saying. It's because women by themselves have accepted, okay, this is the way I am. And I'm quite happy to be who I am. Yes, Preetham, go ahead. Your last one.
I said women don't have the self-acknowledgement. That is the basic reason. That's why they don't want to show them that they are good enough.
Yes, exactly.
So they are.
Yes, I mean they don't. I mean, if you can see a lot of women here, they're not even coming out and openly saying that this is my. So let me ask all the sets of women here: Ashmi, Padma, Neelam, Dresh, or Doctor Suchira, Doctor Sucharita. And I ask every woman, can you just list down, Neelam also, can you just list down what are your core qualities? Just list down, just speak up your core qualities right now. So what are your qualities that you want to share? Yes, please go ahead and just shout out. What are your core qualities as women?
I would request Padma, she is an Indian forest officer. I would
Yes.
request her to shout out what she has accomplished.
Yes,
She's
Padma,
living
shout out. What are your because you're an IFS, you are the most accomplished person here in this whole forum. But why you feel that you are someone who is not coming out and open and saying about your qualities? So what are your core qualities right now? What is your quality? What is the quality that has brought you to this level? I know the support of men is required, society, family, government, laws are required. But what is that? This is inside that you don't really require any support. So why you are not saying about yourself? Ashmi, Samina, so what is your quality? Nupur, what is the quality that you want to share about?
Oh,
Come
not
on.
many qualities are there. And the main thing is why you can hear? Yeah.
I can hear, but I want to see your face also. Who is speaking? I don't know.
This
Okay,
is
Nupur. Yes, Nupur. Yes, Nupur. Yes.
Okay, so these qualities, all the women in this world or wherever they are, they are.
No, just list down the quality. Don't give reasons. Just list down the quality.
Just I'm coming to that. Cultural point is one biggest hurdles, why they
No,
are
I'm
not
not talking about hurdle. What is your quality? What is your empowering quality? Please go.
coming out in the open.
Yeah, Ashmi,
I'm
Ashmi,
speaking
please.
about myself.
Ashmi, yes. Ashmi, please go. What is your quality?
मेरी क्वालिटी मैं सब कुछ हूँ फिर भी कुछ नहीं हूँ मैं माँ हूँ मैं बेटी हूँ
No,
मैं
quality क्या है? ये ज्ञान है. Quality.
मेरी क्वालिटी लव कंपैशन
Okay, good.
Love,
और क्या है?
compassion.
और क्या quality है?
accomplished woman can do everything.
क्या ये result of the quality है, love and compassion. और क्या quality? और बताइए ना, नीलम जी. Communication. Okay. और Samina, Usha.
Expression.
और बताओ.
I am daring personality.
Daring personality, great. और क्या quality है बाकी और बताओ.
I don't seek support of men.
You don't seek support of men. Oh, wonderful. I appreciate that. You don't need a support. I mean, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You don't need a support. You are complete by yourself. You are perfect, whole, and complete by yourself.
Yeah, with the body we are different, but we are not different at all.
Exactly.
We are at par.
And exactly. Now, अभी पता क्या है कि आप जब भी बोलोगे ना, वुमेन को बोलोगे क्वालिटी क्या है, तो उनका एक बड़ा कॉमन आंसर होने वाला है, लव एंड कंपैशन. ये बड़ा कॉमन आंसर होगा. आप सबसे पूछेगा, love and compassion. Now, there are masculine qualities also in women, which can ensure that they can rise to a higher level, to a higher pedestal. But they will not come out. They are assertive by nature. They are confronting by nature. They are powerful. They are emotionally intelligent. If you see the lives of Ahilya Bai, आप देखोगे, she is so intellectually inclined. वो राजनीति में कितनी strong. You talk about Indira Gandhi, she was completely had her mind to rule the whole country. तो कंट्री को रूल करने के लिए सिर्फ लव एंड कंपैशन से बात नहीं बनेगी ना. आगे बढ़ने के लिए आपको आपके अंदर की जो क्वालिटी है वो निकालनी पड़ेगी बाहर, खोद के. अभी तो पता ही नहीं है, आप तो बोल भी नहीं पा रहे हो आप कि मेरे पास और कौन सी क्वालिटी है. मैं बहुत पावरफुल हूँ. बहुत सारी वुमेन ये बोल ही नहीं पाएंगी कि मैं पावरफुल हूँ. आई एम अ पावरफुल वुमन. बहुत कम लोग बोलते हैं कि आई एम अ पावरफुल वुमन. Yes, you are a powerful woman. Who has stopped you? So the point that I'm trying to take, not to undermine women, not to challenge these male counterparts, and I'm not here to suggest कि आप आदमी से कोई कम नहीं हो, ये नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, क्योंकि ये एक another pitfall हो जाता है. The moment you say I am no less than a man, So that means you're still comparing yourself with a man. You have a different quality altogether. You have immense quality altogether. आप आदमी के साथ कोई मतलब ही नहीं है. Of course, मतलब तो है to support and to collaborate, to co-create. But I'm not asking you want to compare yourself with a man to ensure and express your qualities. You have different qualities altogether. You have a quality of receptivity. जो आदमी लोगों की नहीं है. आज जितना रिसीव कर सकते हो, I mean, आज आप एक आदमी को बोलोगे ना कि एक प्रेग्नेंट हो जाए और वो मतलब ऐसी तैसी हो जाए, उसकी इतना पावर है आप लोगों में. क्या आपने एक्नॉलेज किया उसको? You have an ability to give birth to the next generation. So इतना पावर है. और फिर कैसे कह सकते हो कि मैं मैस्कुलिन नहीं हूँ?
ये तो अदर वे राउंड भी तो है ना, प्रेग्नेंट होना या क्रिएटर होना.
Yeah, you are a creator, co-creator. Of course, co-creative हो, लेकिन the point I'm trying to make today is that why don't you share your qualities in open? Why don't you promote yourself? Why don't you go out and openly saying why you have to why do you need a support of a forum to acknowledge you? Why you need an International Women's Day? Why can't every day be yours? That's the point that I'm trying to make today. That's the point. Why don't you go out of the imposter syndrome? I'm going to give you a solution today, and I'm going to just share my screen and talk about it. Now, the problem is, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So that is the problem. The moment women are encountered with a particular question, they either flight from the situation, they fight, or sometimes they get freezed. And by default, human beings, whenever they are confronted with difficult situation, men behave differently, women behave differently because they have different qualities. But in each of a man, I mean, हम सभी आदमियों में एक feminine quality भी है और male quality भी है. Similarly, females में भी और women में भी एक male quality भी है और female quality भी. दोनों की energy है. ये हमने देखा था और सीखा था, समझा था. So I suggest, these. I mean, you can take a screenshot. I'm not going to talk about it in open now in the interest of time. You can get a screenshot of it and try practice these qualities that you have. So first of all, stop looking good. There is no guilt to what you do. Sometimes you can make mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes and witness your emotions till the melting point. I'm so happy these days. I mean, have you taken the screenshot? Can I go ahead and just stop sharing the screen? And I urge every woman here, every female counterpart here, take this screenshot and start practicing at least one of these qualities, right? Just express to the world and show your prowess. I mean, and the more you are complete when you express yourself, there will be less of the doubt that you have, right? That is my honest invitation to you, every woman out here, to really go out and achieve at all levels, and because you deserve it and you basically are going to do it. That's where I come from. That's where my mindset is all about women. And more you practice these qualities of yours, you are somewhere at those levels which you always have deserved. So that's all I have to say today, and that's all I have to talk about today. Go out and be assertive and stop looking good and just yourself. Yeah.
Wow, that's great. A big applause to you, praising women and uplifting each woman in this world. And I would like to ask Meena ji to ask few questions to you. So Meena ji is very supportive of women liberation, and she will ask few questions with you.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Thank you, with folded hands. Thank you, Mr. Babbar. Very nice. Well, many questions have come. I don't know how we are placed time-wise, but if Shabalaji...
You can go ahead. You can still go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
My question is, there are challenges, but one biggest challenge that you had to face, and how did you overcome it?
What is the biggest challenge? Can you please come again?
Yeah. What is your biggest challenge? What has been your biggest challenge, and how did you overcome it? Like challenges come in life and
Dealing with women or my biggest challenge?
No, your own. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Your own.
So I will still say I have a biggest challenge dealing with women. You know why? Why I have biggest challenge? Because the moment I see my wife and my mother, I see a huge potential in them. And when I see huge potential in them, and I always talk about them, talk about what they can accomplish, what they can do, but they undermine themselves each time, and that is my biggest challenge to communicate. Then why can't we be partners to really make a difference to the whole world? Why you are hiding yourself, under the carpet? So that is the biggest challenge currently, if you ask me. But second biggest challenge that I have in my life is, making people believe that they should believe in themselves. So when I go out and conduct a training, I give a lot of people a lot of examples, but वो उनको अपने आप पे believe ही नहीं होता है कि मेरे पास इतनी काबिलियत छुपी हुई है. तो ये मेरा सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज है, उनको बताना कि आपकी काबिलियत क्या है.
Very good.
Same
Very
case with
good.
women. Yes.
Very good. And what would you suggest to women about their work-life balance and harmony? What would you suggest to the women? Since we
Okay.
are speaking on
So
this
ma'am, work-life balance सबसे बड़ा ना एक myth है. This is a myth. Work-life balance. There is no work without a life in it, and there is no life without a work in it. So when you are talking of work-life balance, that automatically says that work alag hai, life alag hai. But the fact of the matter is, you got to integrate the two things. That's where, you got to talk about it. There's no work-life balance as such. So this is a complete myth. So you got to integrate, what you're doing. When you're doing work, पूरा engage हो जाओ. जब life, तो वही आपकी life है ना. जब काम कर रहे हो तो वही आपकी life है. तो पर्सनल लाइफ में जब जाते हो तो पूरी तरीके से उसमें एंगेज हो जाओ, वही आपकी लाइफ है. तो वर्क लाइफ अलग कैसे है? कोई अलग नहीं है. That's what
so
I'm
true. So true. Many speakers said the same thing. There's nothing. Work is life, life is work, and everything. So very nice to hear from you. And what important lessons would you like to share for women who are in our audience? What important lessons you would like to share with us? Thank you.
Okay, so I would only suggest that, I already shared on my screen, but I would only suggest that stop looking good and, just go ahead and speak your heart out. No matter what, make mistakes, but go out and express to the world. You are still not, doing what you are capable of. You are far from it, even though you have lots and lots of supporters, but you're still far from it. So go out and express your word. Make mistakes, go ahead and read inspirational stories. I suggest you can watch Ahilya Bai's story. I mean, I'm so inspired with Ahilya Bai, and I really literally have goosebumps. And as I'm saying it, मेरे को goosebumps आ जाते हैं कि जो अहिल्या बाई ने किया है हमारे देश के लिए, it's completely marvelous. So go ahead and listen to the lives of Ahilya Bai and Lakshmi Bai. Yes, please go ahead. Any other questions? Yeah.
Yeah, Nupurji, anything you want to say, a vote of thanks on our behalf?
Yeah, 1 minute. We will open the session for audience. If they have any question to ask from Vinay, then we will go on for the thank you vote of thanks to for this session and for the whole event also.
Yes,
so anyone who have any questions?
I'll ask women to really ask questions. Padma, I think your hand is still up. You want to ask any question, Padma? Samina, Padma, Usha Agrawal, Samina, or doctors?
So, yeah, I'm raring to speak from Zen. I need to say, I already said it, but I don't know if you, all the audience has heard or not, that we women are bold, beautiful, and we are daring. We are the ones, if we may accept it or not, but our performance shows our excellence. And that is what I said in the beginning about the law firm, that, there are people who are much, much better. I will not compare, but since men compare, I'm saying that there are women who are much better than man in every field, but men will not accept it. Just bear this in mind, because I have seen the discrimination in front of my eyes and I know how true it is. And that's why when you say that why you women don't come up, it's not that we don't want to come up, but we are again pushed. So, and subsequently, we are made to accept, that you keep quiet in an indirect way. There is no direct vocal thing. And the woman keeps quiet just for the sake of peace, for the sake of harmony, and for the sake of, the getting along. The
I got it. I got it. I completely got it, Dr. Padma. Thank you for sharing your views. Would it be okay if we connect offline on that? Because I really want to share some insights where you can still have peace and harmony and be yourself. So that's my point. If you can connect offline, and I can give you a lot of ideas, and you can be the one who can be the torch bearer for all those women who want peace and harmony, and still ensuring that women are themselves. Yes. Thank you.
I will connect you. I will.
Yes. There was one more hand raised. Okay. Anyone else want to ask any question? Anyone else? Neelanji, Samina, Usha ji.
Actually, Samina ji shared. Last sharing was twice.
Samina ji. Okay, perfect. Shabana, you have any question?
No, I'll connect with you, Vinay, as you say, because I know I have got a lot to, but on this platform, it's your day. I cannot.
No. It's your day. That's exactly what I'm trying to talk about. It's your day. Why you're still not taking that credit? Today's Women Achiever Day. Why? That's what the main point is. Why you're saying it's your day? Why you are undermining yourself? That's the main question that I have. That's the main challenge I have. Why they're gonna come and open? It's Friday. It's Women's Day. Yes.
A Women's Day is every day. I say celebrate it, throughout the year, 365.
Yes. And it is celebrated only when they come out and express their potential. Yes. Until they come out and express their potential, until I see there is minimum 20% of CEOs in Fortune 500 companies, I cannot say that there is real Women's Day celebration happens. That's not really a Women's Day when you see a lot of things around. I mean, why a man has to be given such thing, where they are doing what they want to do? Why you can't come in a woman? Why I'm happy to serve women because I think they have huge potential. Yes. Anybody else?
Come up, but the others, as that is why
I
women
think
is on the rise.
that would be optimum utilization of humanity.
Yes. और वो तभी होगा सर, तभी होगा जब आप लोग यहाँ पे जो बैठी हैं, वुमेन बैठी हैं, लेडीज बैठी हैं, वो सब लोग अपने पोटेंशियल को पहली बात तो एक्नॉलेज करेंगी, स्टॉप लुकिंग गुड करेंगी और फिर काम करेंगे. मैंने और ऐसे शुरू हो चुका है. जनरेशन जी तो कर ही रही है. और पहले जो कॉमेडी शोज में सिर्फ कॉमेडियंस और स्टैंड अप कॉमेडियंस सिर्फ मेल काउंटर पार्ट्स आते थे. अब नाउ वुमेन काउंटर पार्ट्स आर टॉकिंग एंड दे आर टॉकिंग समथिंग रियली deep down जो हमारे अंदर होता है. They are vulnerable now. So that's my invitation to every woman. Start becoming vulnerable. Your people. आप अपने बारे में पूरी femininity क्यों नहीं express करते हैं? करिए ना. Yes.
And for that we need to look good. And in looking good is we are not trying to appease the man, but
no, not that looking good, not that looking good, not that looking beautiful. You are already beautiful. It's not that looking good in that sense. मैं कपड़े पहन के या मेकअप करने के बारे में नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि आप लुकिंग गुड तब लगेंगे. Looking good is something else. If I make mistakes, it's okay to make mistakes.
Yes. The women are powerful, Vinay, and all the men here, they will not dress up for the society. They will dress up for themselves. And that is what I have realized in my life. When people tell me that your age is this and that you're so fond of dressing up, I said, yes, because I want to make myself happy. Yes. And I don't care what people say or what they do, because, we are a Muslim dominated this community. And we are pointed fingers at, that she doesn't wear the hijab and things like that. But that is my take. I will wear, do, and say what I want to, because I'm a full woman. I do not want to be succumbed to any religion, any community, any gender bias, any other repercussions.
Yes. And why don't you do a kind of podcast and talk about it? Malala Yousafzai has done it.
Yes.
Why can't you be one of those people? We can talk about the real rights of women.
I'm
So
going to take your help. I'm going to take your support.
yeah, I'm happy to help you.
And I'm going to put on podcast. I am.
Yes. Go ahead and empower women. Yeah. Yes.
Very good.
या
Beautiful session.
विनय जी
Beautiful. Yes, Usha ji,
या
आप बोलिए.
मेरे अंदर एक बात आ रही है, मैं तो ये कह रही हूँ
कौन बोल रहा है पहले बताइए, कौन बोल रहा है पहले?
उषा जी।
उषा जी, आप एक बार जरा वीडियो ऑन करेंगे, मैं कनेक्ट नहीं कर पाऊंगा आपको जब तक
ओके
आई मीन सॉरी, मैं आपको पोस्ट कर रहा हूँ।
नहीं, मैं तो ये कहना चाह रही हूँ कि मुझे अपनी क्वालिटीज के लिए किसी की भी सिग्नेचर की जरूरत नहीं है।
जी बिल्कुल। और ये बात ना अभी मैम, उषा मैम, ये सिर्फ यहाँ पे नहीं होनी चाहिए, ये यहाँ से आनी चाहिए।
बिल्कुल यहाँ से आ रही है।
आपकी क्वालिटीज के लिए जरूरत नहीं है सिग्नेचर,
क्योंकि दिमाग में अगर आ गया ना, दैट विल बी द स्नॉब। अगर मेंटली अगर ये चीज आ गई कि मेरे जैसा कोई है ही नहीं, तो फिर एक प्राइड फीलिंग आ जाएगी ना। इट्स नॉट दैट।
यहाँ से आने के बाद अब दिल से भी निकलेगी, और सामने भी निकलेगी, बच्चों के सामने भी निकलेगी, और फ्रेंड्स के सामने भी निकलेगी। उनको बोलना है कि हम एग्जिस्ट करते हैं।
बिल्कुल, हमारे अंदर है क्वालिटीज।
यस है। और आपको मेल काउंटर पार्ट से कंपेयर नहीं करना कि
नो
उनकी है तो मेरी भी होनी चाहिए, ऐसा नहीं है। दैट्स द मिस्टेक वी डू। We are no less than men. The moment I listen to this word, we are no less than men. No, why are you even comparing with men? Men are different, Yes.
We are at par.
No, not at par. You are completely different. Not at even par. You don't have to compare with yourself. Compare yourself with
Got
men.
it. Thank
Okay.
you.
So we are running short of time, and we have a lot to say about so many things. And thank you, Vinay, for very beautiful and uplifting session of yours, where you have really praised all the women in this world on this occasion of celebrating.
एक last पूछना चाहता हूँ कि यहाँ पे I just need three women to give me 3 promises that from now on I'm going to practice this.
Yes.
So one by one, shout out.
They can shout out on WhatsApp. So we are, because we are learning, we are having less time. So we will have the shout out later on the WhatsApp. They can send your audio or video, and we will definitely upload it on our YouTube channel. Then we would like to thank you, Vinay, for giving us little time of yours. And really, it was a very powerful session, and where all the ladies felt very motivated and extra special on this day. So I would like to thank all the hosts and speakers. There is something special about a woman who dominates in the man's world. It takes certain grace, strength, intelligence, fearlessness, and the nerve to never take no for an answer. So all the women out there, I would like to say that never take no for an answer. So I would like to thank Professor Jayati Rai, Minu Mariel, Meenakshi Mahajan, Kalyani Kunche, Padma, IFL, Ritu Shri, Shriya Katyal, Anu Kalra, Sonal Paryar, and Dr. Reshma for giving us a lovely session out here, where we felt very special, and even men came to know about our special qualities. Then next, I would like to mention all these hosts who were very, beautiful in hosting all these speakers. Special mention is to Sonal, then Samina ji, and of course Meena ji, who really, said poems. She recited so many beautiful poems in honor of the speakers, and I'm really grateful for her that she has created a ripple in there also. Then of course I was there as a host, and now also. Then in audience, special mention to Preetham ji, Neelam ji. Preetham ji, your support is really, we need your support always. Every day you were here to support us and say a few words. Then Neelam ji, Rajvin was also there, Prashant. Then Uday ji, you were very regular in attending our sessions. Then Jagdishwara Subra. Oh, you were so beautiful. You wrote so beautifully, and I really appreciate how you express yourself. And in the end, I would also like to ask you to recite that shloka that you have written. Then Dr. Naveen, you were really very critically asking questions, and we really appreciate that. So women are leaders everywhere. You look from CEO who runs a Fortune 500 company to the housewife who raises the children and heads her household. Our country was built by strong women, and we will continue to break down the walls and defy stereotypes. So thank you all audience and speakers who were here tirelessly to make this event. Not the least are encouraging and applauding all of us, all the women achievers who dreamed of their goals and worked hard to achieve it. Thank you one and all for all the motivation that you all gave in the form of beautiful inspirational messages and participation online, offline. I request now a special person who is the strong pillar of our event.
Shabana.
Shabana to share her thoughts on this scintillating event of celebrating women achievers globally. So Shabana, please come online and please say a few words for all of us here.
Well, thank you, Nupurji, but somehow there is no electricity, so my connection can get off anytime. So I
That's
really
good. That's good.
thank-
You're saying आपने ये बोला है कि
there
is no electricity. आपने ये नहीं बोला कि there is no power. So because you're a power.
No, there is enough of power, and of course we are all charged by, the scintillating thoughts and ideas that everyone has shared. And thank you, Vinay, for creating it so beautiful and summing it up. So I think mindfulness is something we all carry, and women always, I think, the more we appreciate, no matter how much we appreciate, I think it will still fall short of what women do and create in this world, because we all have come through women. So I think it would be incomplete to close the ceremony without acknowledging our mothers. We owe it all to them, right? We all are here sharing, what all we have accomplished. So thank you so much. And thank you so much to all the speakers and all the hosts and all the audience.
And one more thing. Yeah. I would request Jack to conclude this session by the shloka which she has sent on message.
You want me to say a few words about what is self-actualization, is it? Ma'am, is that what?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I see. Okay. I am a person, I usually get involved very directly and spontaneously. I'll get things done. That's my nature. I don't delay in anything. Although I'm retired and I'm having physically, I have Parkinson for the past 4 years, but I never fail to upgrade myself in the upcoming digital area where I've learned everything that is new to our knowledge. Besides that, I'm also the person whose ability to be able to be alone, appreciative, and I'm also very humble to everyone. That is my nature, and that's what I'm trying to say, that I'm a person of self-actualization, and I'm involved in the Global Empowerment Summit. Every year, I become a speaker, and then based on all those events, people have given me this title as a self-actualization person. It's not that I say it to myself, but it was a given title to me by this about 365 speakers we have globally. And that's how I always say I'm a self-actualization person. It's all about our self-motivating. Everything is involving ourselves. And I love to motivate other women. It's all word of mouth. Today I'm speaking to so many of you who are all in India. And we have Dr. Suchitra. She's also from India, but she's working in Kuala Lumpur. And there are a few others. Dr. Jayati is also my friend. So I'm quite blessed to have all of you. And our coach, Vinay, he was really excellent today. Although I started late because I had to go for my physio this morning. I started late, but my mind was always here, whether I can make it on time or not. And I was here to see all of you personally over this Zoom session. Thank you very much, Asmi, Nilam, Pritam, all those. Samina was really good. I was hearing Shabana. All these people was really, really good. And I just embrace my days. And I'm looking forward for more events. And Nupur, maybe I will give you my email address at the bottom. You can keep me updated for the future programs. Yeah, I've been telling you that we want to collaborate with the Malaysians to run some program. Maybe you should look into it. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Yat. And over to Shabana again. I interrupted her in between. Please close this session and this event.
Nupur, I'll give my email address here.
Thank you so much, Jack, for sharing. Thank you so much, Nupurji and everyone. And once again, and looking forward to see you again tomorrow. So we will keep celebrating, and perhaps we should also celebrate Men's Achievers Day. So it's not just about females and women only. And perhaps we will come up with different ideas.
You
Yeah.
could have Men's Achievers Day also.
Yes. So with that, thank you so much, everyone, and hope to see you again.